Shalom to everyone who is watching and listening to me right about now. Dear brothers and sisters, I have another word just for you, and I am blessed to be speaking to each and everyone, those that have sent in their prayer requests, those that have sent in their comments. God bless you. I'll be praying for you. And remember that every week I have a live stream where I pray for you live on this channel. So for those that are new to this channel, you are welcome, and I request you to please subscribe to this channel, turn on all the notifications so that you may never miss out on these amazing words, these powerful words that are able to bless you, that are able to encourage you, that are able to increase you in the things of God, because you are the head and not the tail. You are above and not beneath. So my brothers and sisters, when I come here, it's just to encourage you, and it's just to pray for you. And remember that the prayer of a righteous man availeth much. I would like to thank those that have been so faithful, that have been sharing this live stream, that have been sharing these videos, and that have been actually been a blessing to this ministry through their giving. And if you want to also be part of this community that blesses this ministry through your giving, you can do so. There is a super chat, and you can also be a blessing through a PayPal. I have a PayPal link. It is right in the About section of this channel. Just click on the About section and you'll be able to give any amount that God has put in your heart. There is no giving that is too small. You can give from $1, $50, 100, 1,000, whatever amount of money that God has placed in your heart. God bless you. God bless you. May God increase in you. I continue praying for you, and I continue speaking words of upliftment to you. Brothers and sisters, I have a word for you, and today's word is inquire from the Lord. Do you have a situation that is bothering you? Do you need clarity in your life? Do you need to know who your enemy is? How your enemies are planning to destroy you? Do you want to know who your spouse is? Inquire from the Lord. The Lord will give you direction. It is the Lord that will give you prophetic instruction. The Bible says it clear, for God speaks once, yet twice, but man does not perceive it. In a dream, in the vision of the night, when deep sleep falls upon men, he seals them with instruction. And the Bible says it clear that my sheep hear my voice and they know. So you are supposed to hear God's voice. The problem is people don't know that God has spoken to them, and yet God speaks to them. They hear. The problem is not with hearing. Your problem is not with the hearing. Your problem is recognition. Some of you, not all of you, some of you, your problem is recognizing that God is speaking to you. Some of you, God could be speaking to you through me right now, but you cannot recognize. You just think this is a word of just encouragement, but you may not recognize that God is speaking to you. So recognize God. There's one of, I think it was Jacob, who said that God was in this place and I did not know. God was in the same place with him, but he did not know. You know, God can be in a place with you, in that storm with you, in that predicament with you, trying to help you, but you don't know. And some of you have started fighting God. The person that God has sent you as a destiny helper, you're fighting him. You're rejecting him. You have closed yourself on him. Just because someone rejected you doesn't mean you need to close yourself to everybody. Never despise anybody. That person that you think is not of help to you could be actually the one that God has sent to help you, to encourage you, and to bring you from one step to another step. He may not be, or she may not be, the person that brings you to the final destination, but it could be the person that actually opens the door for you to another level. And there you meet your real destiny helper. God has a way of doing things. So inquire from the Lord. When your enemies attack you, when your enemies surround you, when people speak negative about you, when they accuse you, inquire from the Lord. Today's word is from the book of 2 Samuel chapter 5, verse 19 to around 22. Yes, to around up to 23. Yeah. The Bible says it clear. The Bible says it clear. The Bible says it clear. So David inquired of the Lord, saying, shall I go up against the Philistines? Will you deliver them into my hand? And the Lord said to David, go up, for I will doubtlessly deliver the Philistines into your hand. So David went to Baal Perazim, and David defeated them there. And he said, the Lord has broken through my enemies before me, like a breakthrough of water. Therefore, he called the name of that place Baal Perazim. And they left their images there, and David and his men carried them away. Then the Philistines went up at once again and deployed themselves in the valley of Rephaim. Therefore, David inquired of the Lord, and he said, you shall not go up, circle around behind them, and come upon them in front of the mulberry tree. Very powerful word. The Philistines had attacked David. They wanted to destroy David. The Bible says, and David heard about it. He was informed about the diabolic plans of the Philistines. Some of you, your enemies have desired to bring you down. Your enemies have sought to destroy your lives. So that's why it's important that you always inquire from the Lord. The Bible says, and David inquired from the Lord. David inquired of the Lord, saying, shall I go up against the Philistines? Will you deliver them into my hand? And the Lord said to David, go up, for I will doubtlessly deliver the Philistines into your hand. Before you go out on a journey, before you go out into a court case, before you even think about divorce, or before you even think about getting married to that person, inquire from the Lord. Inquire from the Lord. There are enemies, some of them, that want to get you into relationships just to destroy your faith. Some of you, you actually do realize that the moment you got into that relationship, the love of the things of God reduced. The desire for the things of God reduced. It is because an enemy was responsible for it. So it is important you inquire from the Lord, that he may give you prophetic instruction. The Bible says David destroyed them. He destroyed the Philistines, and they left their images, and David's men carried them away. Brothers and sisters, I hope this word has blessed you. I hope this word has encouraged you to always inquire from the Lord. You see, David was a man after God's own heart. He was a man after God's heart. I pray for you today that you are able to inquire from the Lord, that you are not able to lean on your own understanding, but you are able to lean on the understanding of God. Brothers and sisters, until next time, shalom.